Hi everyone, my name is Suzanne Knight. I'm a certified health coach, and I want to thank you for taking the time to listen to this Healthy Eating Made Simple webinar. My certification is through the Villanova School of Nursing Center for Obesity Prevention. Let's get started. This is a little bit about my family and why I chose to become a health coach. Here on the left is my mother. She suffered my whole growing up living in pain, severe inflammation, and it just affected her whole body. On a scale of 1 to 10, she would tell us that her pain was about a 6 or a 7 on a daily basis. Well, a couple of years ago, she decided to go on a quest to find a solution, and everything that she tried, injections and medication, just were Band-Aids. Nothing got to the core of the problem. So that's when Take Shape for Life came in her life, and through this program was able to lose almost 30 pounds in less than 3 months. But truly, more importantly to us, was that her pain completely went away. It was an incredible miracle. She's now gone through the transition and is in the maintenance phase and has been able to keep her weight as well as her pain. And it has just been an incredible blessing, including the fact that she just watched my kids all of last week while I was on a getaway with my husband. And for her to be able to lift my children and get on the floor with them and be out of pain it's just, I never get over the amazing miracle that is in our family. Also in my family, here on the right are pictures of my aunt and uncle, particularly Uncle Alan's story. He lost over 100 pounds last year. I am so excited about the health that he has found. I really had to see it for myself to believe these before and after pictures. But he truly has found great joy in being able to do activities that he likes and not have it affect his knees and joints. So I'm so happy about his success. Also is my cousin Marcy. Here is a picture of her. Her before picture is 4 months after her second child was born at her husband's graduation. Her after picture is 3 months after her third child was born. I am just so happy for her. As she did the Nursing Mothers program, she was able to get back to her pre-baby weight so much faster, and to have the energy to play with her kids, to help others as a health coach, to do the things that she loves to do, and is just, as you can see, quite thrilled about her success. We're going to start off by talking about this health crisis we have in America. The Centers for Disease Control started keeping statistics in 1985. By 1995, all the states in the United States had stats. So you can see by the blue colors, it's somewhere in the 10 to 19% range of obesity for the nation. Then fast forward a few years to 2010. You'll find that most of the country is in the color orange, which is 25 to 30% or more in those states. And isn't it interesting that they chose the colors that most fast food restaurants like to use to advertise as well, to symbolize this obesity epidemic? Here's some of the United States health stats. 2 out of every 3 Americans in our country are overweight. 2 out of 3 adults, and 1 out of 3 are obese. And what's even more scary is that 1 out of 5 kids are now facing obesity. 25 million Americans have diabetes, and 79 million are pre-diabetic and might not even know it yet. My mother was one of those. We were shocked to find out that she was pre-diabetic. Well, this seems to be where we might be headed. Is that what evolution looks like? I'd like to think we can prevent that, and I've seen it happen. Well, let's start off with talking about your health goals. Maybe you have a goal to eat healthier or to increase your physical activity. Maybe you need to reduce your stress or just sleep better. Those are all things that affect our health. Just think, if you could do anything physically or have all the energy in the world, what would you want to do? Would you want to run races or be able to play with your children, bike riding, or just be able to go up and down the stairs without feeling short of breath? And who else would benefit from you getting healthy? Like I mentioned, my family. Their choice to make a significant difference in their health has been an amazing blessing and affected all of us. What we find is that improving health is contagious. So it's a good thing to be contagious with your health. If you're making healthy choices, it's really going to affect the people around you. And if you could choose optimal health, the best health for you, would you choose it? Let's talk about some matters of health. I want to give you some really good tips that you can start implementing right away in your life. One of them is to wake up and eat within the first 30 minutes. Most people don't realize this. They may not feel like they're breakfast people or that they're even hungry when they wake up. They may not know that jump-starting your metabolism is so important. But eating within a half hour of waking up will signal to your body to stop storing fat. Let's get our metabolism going. Eating every 2 to 3 hours after you wake up will fuel your body properly. Keep your blood sugars balanced and keep your metabolism burning strong. This is a concept not only important for weight loss, but also for weight management and blood sugar balancing. So what do you eat every 2 to 3 hours? The trick is small, protein-balanced meals 5 to 6 times a day. Probably a lot of you have heard that before, that eating 5 to 6 times a day is the healthiest way to eat. I'm going to talk a little bit more about that in a bit. But next is the importance of drinking water. We recommend that you drink half your weight in water. So here's an example. If you weigh 200 pounds, divide that in half, and you're going to want to drink 100 ounces of water. That's just a great rule of thumb. I always tell people, don't drink your calories like soda and juice. Getting your water in is going to be a lot better for your health. So let's talk about why time matters. Why should you want to eat 5 to 6 times a day? There was a clinical study done by David Jenkins at the University of Toronto on low glycemic eating. He took 2 groups of people. They ate the same number of calories and the same foods. And this is important, the same foods. One group ate 3 times a day and the other 6 small meals a day. The group that ate 6 meals lost more weight, were less hungry, reduced their cholesterol by 15%, and reduced their blood insulin by 28%. This is why it's so important when you eat during the day. The chart shows what happens when you eat low glycemic fuelings 5 to 6 times throughout the day. Those meals are only going to spike the blood glucose and insulin right around your baseline. It's so important to do this for your health. If you eat 3 high glycemic meals a day, you would experience huge blood glucose spikes every time you eat. Then what happens is the body has to pump in insulin to combat that, to bring it back down towards baseline. This is not a healthy cycle. You want to try to keep your blood sugar even and steady. Combination matters. We talked about eating 5 to 6 times a day, carb, protein balanced. A lot of times people think that they have to get their protein from chicken or meat 5 to 6 times a day. Well, who wants to do that? There are other options. Protein can come from so many different sources. So here are some examples. Eggs, Greek yogurt, low-fat cheese, nuts, the obvious fish, poultry, eggs, or meat, cottage cheese, beans, and sometimes people use protein mixes. These are all great protein sources that you can use throughout the day. A lot of times when you hear carbohydrates, you think of bread or rice, but carbohydrates can also come from a lot of healthy choices, like fruits and berries, vegetables, low-carb tortillas, whole wheat toast, high-fiber crackers, steel-cut oats, quinoa. Those are just a couple of examples, but there are lots of different things you can use for your carbs. Fruits and vegetables won't spike your blood sugar as much as things like bread. So combination matters. Each time you eat throughout the day, choose a protein and choose a carb and pair them for every meal. One thing that I'm a big believer in is portion-controlled meal replacements. The ones we use with Take Shape for Life are already balanced for you. They have the proper amount of protein and carbs, and it is such an easy option for a healthy fueling. Now, another thing that I think is really important when we talk about eating is that we remember to use food as fuel for our body. If we view it that way, we won't be worried about eating something that is the most gourmet, delicious thing that we could eat. But we'll focus on giving our body the nutrition it needs so that it has the energy to run. So your plate matters. Let's talk about a really great concept that helps people stay within healthy parameters. We call this the 9-inch plate in Take Shape for Life. As you can see, half of your plate should be filled with fruits and vegetables. Fourth would be protein, and a fourth will be starches. This is a great visual. A 9-inch plate is much smaller than those plates you probably see at a restaurant. Those are usually 12 to 14 inches. Here's an example of what your plate could look like. You can have a chicken breast, which is about 5 ounces, half a cup of asparagus, and then a spinach salad, a cup of spinach with some cherry tomatoes and Italian dressing, as well as half a cup of brown rice. That total plate is only 438 calories. You would be surprised how filling that is. Here's an interesting fact about restaurant portions. Most Americans would have 2 cups of brown rice. And just that 2 cups would be more calories than this whole meal. Right there, you would double your calories. And we don't want to do that. So think about balancing it. This is a little about glycemic charts. Don't worry, I can send you all these slides to anyone that contacts me and would like them. So don't worry about taking notes. But the important thing here is that sugar matters within each food group. Take, for example, your fruits. We talk about glycemic index where 100 is pure sugar. We talked earlier about how your body responds to pure sugar. You eat pure sugar, your blood sugar goes sky high, and then your body has to pump in insulin. So it's better to more often choose foods that are lower on the glycemic charts. Some of the good low glycemic choices are berries, apples, nectarines, and peaches. Some of the higher ones are pineapple or mangoes. Now, you might be asking, you mean I can never have pineapple again? No, of course not. You can make it in a fruit salad, or simply just have less in a sitting, or pair it with a protein. But try not to have it. Try not to choose low glycemic fruits every time you choose to eat a fruit. Now, let's go to vegetables. This one's very interesting to me. I want to point out carrots. Carrots are found in both the low and the high categories. When they're raw, it's a 30, but a cooked carrot is an 80. I always like to point out that cooking a food can change the composition of it. So eating vegetables that are both raw and cooked is important. You'll find in both these things, as we talk about cooked vegetables as well as high glycemic foods, that it's really, the key is really balance. You don't have to cut any of these things out because they're obviously healthy, but just keeping a balance is one of the strong principles in Take Shape for Life. Support matters. Here at Take Shape for Life, we are very serious about support. We want to make sure that everyone feels supported in their journey, whether it's weight loss or just eating healthier. In Take Shape for Life, we offer personal health coaches, Facebook support groups, nutritionists and dietitians are on call, doctors and nurses have support calls, and weekly client support calls that we as certified health coaches lead. We want to make sure that everyone is supported on their journey. It's this cocoon of support. Hopefully you have that kind of support at home and that your family wants to join you in your quest to get healthy. But whether or not that's the case, we have great resources to help you accomplish your goals and to be an example to those around you. Education matters. You might have known people that lost all their weight and then gained it back. It's so common. We really focus on teaching our clients how to create long-term goals. It's about rewiring your brain. And when you do this, you will see exponentially higher success. Our curriculum focuses not just on learning about food or exercise, but how to deal with triggers and how to make better choices to create better habits that over the long term are going to help you reach optimal health. I always tell my clients that reaching a number on a scale is a side effect of becoming a healthy person. When you reach that number on the scale, it doesn't just end there. We should continually be setting goals and striving for something, which is what I love about being a health coach. My clients inspire me and help me stay focused on this health journey that we're all on. A simple, safe program matters. No matter if you're wanting to lose weight or learn to eat healthier, it's important to find a program that's going to get you there in a healthy way. One that is going to protect your lean muscle and give you the proper nutrition and vitamins that your body needs. So ask yourself, do you currently eat 6 small protein, carb balanced meals a day? Have you tried to make changes on your own and failed? Are you getting the proper nutrition? Do you need help? If so, I'd love to tell you a little bit more about Take Shape for Life. We have our clients start by practicing with 1 meal a day. This is the whole concept with carbs and proteins together. So 5 to 7 ounces of lean protein, chicken or fish is another example, just something that I mentioned earlier, and 3 servings of non-starchy vegetables. It's good for general health to have the bulk of your healthy veggies come from more non-starchy options like salad, tomatoes, broccoli, asparagus, green beans, those kinds of things. There are lots of good non-starchy choices. Simple nutrition is really important. One of the biggest reasons why people find it hard to get in 5 to 6 meals a day is because they're too busy or always on the go. And that's why fast food is having so much success in America. We really want people to have easy, quick nutrition. If you're wanting to lose weight, you would use 5 meal replacements a day. If not, and you're wanting to just eat healthier, then it would be 2 to 3 meal replacements. They're quick, healthy, grab-and-go meals. The Take Shape for Life meal replacements are the right protein-carb balance to naturally burn fat and protect your lean muscle. Here are some examples. Brownies, mac and cheese, shakes, bars. Everyone finds something that they like, and it's good to have quick, easy, healthy options. Our parent company is Medifast. They have been the leader in safe, effective weight loss for over 30 years. They've been recommended by over 20,000 doctors since 1980, and all of our research is done at Johns Hopkins. So you really know it's safe and effective and has the medical research to back it up. One other thing that's great is that we are an American company. We own our own research and development, manufacturing, and warehousing right here in the United States. So you know the standards are high, and it's not flown in from another country. I want to show you a couple of examples of friends who've done well with Take Shape for Life. This isn't about reaching a goal on a scale. It's about a healthy lifestyle for life. There are a lot of examples who have found success with this program. As you can see, the weight loss ranges, whether it's just small tweaks in your health or larger ones, it can help anyone. Just so you know, it isn't about weight loss. It's really an optimal health program. We want people to not just lose weight, but be able to reach their goals, whatever they might be. So you might say, hey, I'm ready for a healthy eating makeover. So what's next? Or you need help with weight loss. 2/3 of the country does, so you aren't alone. Then go ahead and raise your hand. Call or text or email me. My phone number is 804-363-3307, or my website is a great place to reach me as well, www.ahealthychoiceforme.com. Contact me and we'll get your order placed. You'll want your education materials because we're serious about helping you get the education to move forward in your life of health. Also, any healthy meal replacements you would need for your journey, and your coach, which would be me. I think it's important to take a moment to also think about who else needs help. Our goal is to eradicate obesity in the United States. We really need to open our mouths and talk to people we know about getting healthy. We all know people who would be able to benefit from a healthier life or whose lives will be saved. So if you found this webinar helpful, I hope you'll feel free to pass it on to someone you know is looking for help or who might benefit from it. We're also looking for new health coaches to help our cause of getting America healthy. So if you or someone you know might be interested in helping others, please feel free to contact me. Again, my website is ahealthychoiceforme.com. Thank you so much for your time, and best wishes.